I'm Gary, and this is Coasting with Culture, which is all about combining theme park visits and riding roller coasters with various cultural experiences around the world. Just as the previous weekend saw the return of the Washington State Spring Fair, the following weekend saw the return of a classic amusement park that had been closed for all of 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll take a look at the second day of the park's return, including the newest ride of the park that just opened, and what is one of the best coasters in all the Pacific Northwest. It was a beautiful April day for a trip down to Oregon and to make a visit to the banks of the Willamette River on the south side of Portland, especially when you could see Mount St. Helens in the distance. And while there were plenty of boaters and paddleboarders on the river, I was here for something next to the river, and that was none other than Oaks Amusement Park. Oaks was one of many parks that remained closed throughout 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. While they did manage to open the roller skating rink here and there last year, this was only the second operating day for the amusement park since 2019. While capacity was limited to 1,000 people during the opening weekend, you could tell folks in the Portland area were ready for some rides again because both days of opening weekend were sold out. It probably didn't hurt that it was in the 80s and sunny outside, making for an excellent day for some rides. Much like the other parks that had reopened earlier, Oaks was encouraging the use of distancing and requiring masks while in the park to go along with their reduced capacity in the hopes of minimizing the spread. One of the biggest draws for opening weekend was the debut of their newest addition, the swinging pendulum ride, AtmosFEAR. What helps to make it unique is the ability to choose one of two ride options. You can either ride the easier 180-degree option, or hop on when it completes a full 360-degree loop. The height requirement is based on which version you take, as 48 inches is enough for the 180-degree ride, while you need to be at least 52 inches for the full inverting experience. You could tell this was an excellent addition for the park, based on it having the longest line of the day. Along with the debuting thrill ride, most of the other rides at the park were open as well. Whether you wanted to take a lap around the Oaks Park train, or the youngsters wanted to try their first coaster experience on Zoom. I forgot that this Miler coaster offers a bit of a wilder ride than some may expect for one built for the family. Of course, if you're ready to go to the next level of coaster riding, Oaks still has you covered with Adrenaline Peak, their Gerstlauer Eurofighter that offers some great moments of hang time with its two inversions, and some fun airtime moments as well. This very well could be a contender for the best coaster in the Pacific Northwest. I really enjoyed getting a few laps on this excellent ride, as it had been a few years since I had a chance to ride it. The park was also offering a drive-in concert as part of a series where visitors could park their cars in front of a stage for an evening of live music. Other special events are in the works for Oaks this year, including a 4th of July fireworks celebration and an Oktoberfest event in September, which could be a ton of fun to check out later this year. The biggest thing, though, is that I was glad to see this classic park of the Rose City back in action, after suffering through a season of closure due to the pandemic. Hopefully the enthusiasm that could be felt on this day continues for other parks in the region and around the world as they open back up. And we'll have even more opportunities to enjoy some favorite coasters along with some newer ones opening this year. Thank you for checking out this look at Oaks Amusement Park's opening weekend. I hope you'll come back for more looks at other parks of the Pacific Northwest, as well as future adventures and projects here on Coasting with Culture. Thank you for watching this Coasting with Culture video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button below to see future videos here on YouTube, like these ones which you may enjoy as well. Additional content can be found at coastingwithculture.com, and you can also follow Coasting with Culture on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for announcements, previews, and updates. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care and safe travels.